We will do question answers, and as we do in class. Yes. So this is the first exercise. Now tick the correct option. Tick the correct option. Keep the book with you and tick mark. Sound cannot travel through. So we had done this part, that sound travels through solid, liquid and gas, and it cannot travel through vacuum. So the answer is sound cannot travel through vacuum. You can hear. The sound cannot travel through vacuum. Then second one, the three smallest bones are found in where? We did the human ear. That human ear has got three parts: the outer ear, middle ear and the inner ear. So where are the bones found? They are not found in outer ear, they are not found in middle ear, or they are found in inner ear. This is definitely not there. So whenever you have to do multiple choice, you cut down what is not applicable. So the three bones are not found where? They are not found in outer ear and they are not found in larynx. Larynx we did the voice box, so they are not found in the throat. So where are they found? Middle ear or inner ear? So they are found in which part of the ear? Remember? No. So they are found in, see, where are they found? Here. You can see it is showing here middle ear and malleus, incus, stapes. These are the bones which are found in the middle ear. Okay, so they are not found in the outer ear, they are not found in the inner ear. Inner ear is the third part. So the human ear, as we did, is divided into the first part, it is divided into the outer part, then the middle part and the inner part. So outer, middle and the inner, which is shown in the book as a picture. So outer ear is the this part, then is the middle ear and then is the inner ear. So inner ear in the diagram looks like it is up there, but it is the innermost part. This is the outermost part, then the middle part and then the inner part. So where are the inner the bones found? They are not found. Yes. So where are they? The question says, where are the inner bones? The three smallest bones are found in the, type your answer. Yes, where are they found? Type your answer. The three smallest bones are found in the middle ear. Yes, so they are definitely they are not found in the outer ear, they are not found in the larynx and they are not found in the innermost ear. The answer is B. Then the sound signals are sent to the brain by, in the human ear there was one nerve, I will explain after this also. The sound signals are sent to the brain by optic, this is in the eye, this is wrong. Then mixed, this is wrong. Olfactory is also wrong, it is the auditory nerve. It is the nerve which sends the sound message to the brain. Now the part which we have to do now is something which we will do after this. So you just mark the answers first. Even if you don't know, just see, time period is the dash of frequency. So time period is written as, there is a formula. It is called time is equal to 1 upon f. This is a formula. So So time period is 1 upon frequency. So what is the correct answer? Time period is sum of frequency? No, it is not sum. So this is wrong. It is the difference of frequency? Wrong. It is the reciprocal of frequency. It is not product. Reciprocal means 1 upon. So time period is reciprocal of frequency. So it is 1 upon. So listen carefully and put tick mark, and you will learn it with me only now. You don't have to learn later on. Now this is important. Audible sound. Audible sound means the sound which you can hear. So there are 3 types of sound. The 3 types of sound are, first is infra. We will discuss this. Infrasonic. Then there is ultra. 3 types of sound are there. So this is called the lowest sound, and this is the highest. So human ear can hear only this type of sound. We cannot hear this sound. We cannot hear this sound. We can hear only audible sound. And the infrasonic sound, which is the lowest sound, is having a frequency which you have to tell. The audible sound has the range of frequency, yes, 20, 30, 40, or which one. So if you see in your book, there is a column given on that, from where you will be able to tell the answer. So what is the answer? Type what is the answer below the question. That audible sound, the sounds which are of which type? This is given on, yes, this is given on page number 200. I want to keep this screen so I am not sliding it. So there are 3 types of sound. It is given in your book: infrasonic, audible, and ultrasonic. And here it is given 20 hertz. So the sound which is 10 hertz, this is not there. 30 hertz is not there. It is this one. This is wrong. So you have to just remember the sound which is less than 0 up to 20. Yes, 0 to 20. To 0 to 20, it is not visible. The sound which is 0 to 20, we can hear the sound which is audible. It is between 20 to 20,000. 20,000 hertz. We can hear the sound between this 20 hertz. Now what is hertz? You will see hertz written on in your like radio. If you have mobile, in that you hear the sound, that's so much radio frequency, 90.5 hertz. So that is the frequency. We will discuss this. So we can hear the sound between 20 to 20,000, and above 20,000 we cannot hear. If the sound is above 20,000, more than 20,000 hertz. So there are 3 types: 0 to 20. It is from 0 to 20 hertz. We cannot hear. This sound is very low frequency. Then there is this sound which our human ear can record, and the sound above 20,000 we cannot hear. So the answer is C part. Now come to the next part, B part. State the following statements are true or false. Now some of the things we done: sound travels fastest in gas. You have to tell true or false. So this is false. We did that sound can travel through. Sound travels fastest in solid. So here the answer is false. Yes, right. Then the sound waves are collected from the air by pinna. We hear the first sound from pinna, which is the outer ear. So this is True. This is the outermost part of the ear which is receiving the sound. Then the oval window separates the outer from the middle ear. So what is oval window? What is oval window? Let's come to the diagram so that you understand also. Now what is this showing? In this there is something mentioned here. We discussed, see here it is given. The outermost part outside pinna collects the sound waves from this, and after that here it is written the eardrum. After that the next part, and it shows the oval window. So what is the part? The innermost part, the three bone thing is described here, and then these are the important parts which I will explain this together again. But first what you have to tell, the question says yes, the sound waves are oval window separates the outer from the middle ear. Is it oval window or it is something else? Type your answer. Oval window separates outer from the middle ear. Outer ear is, if I draw the diagram, then the human ear has got this part. This is the outer ear. Then just now what is this part? This is the eardrum. Then there are bones here which you can see in the diagram. This is the middle ear. This is the outer ear and this is the middle ear. So oval window separates, or this part, what is this called? The eardrum. So this becomes, this was true, this was false. The unit of time period is second. Yes, true. Ultrasonic sound has frequency less than 20. This we did just now. This is false. So we did that there are infra, then audible, and then there is ultra. So this is 20 and less than 20. This is 20 to 20,000, and then this is 20,000 plus. So ultrasonic sound is 20,000 hertz and more. Infrasonic is less than 20 hertz. Yes, eardrum, right? So it is not, it is the middle ear and it is the eardrum. The unit of time period is second. Ultrasonic sound has frequency less than 20 hertz is false. Choose the correct word to fill in the blank. Now this is simple. The regions of low pressure when sound travels through a medium are called. So we read that the sound travels in a medium in the form of, yes, alternate regions of low pressure. What are they talking about? The regions of low pressure and high pressure. There are some areas which we read that the sound travels in the form of where the molecules are close. There is compressions and rarefaction. The sound molecules travel more, then they decrease, then they increase, and then they decrease. So the area where they are closer, they are called compressions, and then they are rarefactions. So where the molecules spread out more, they are far away. Here the molecules are close. Then the molecules, when they become far away, this part is called the rarefactions. So there are compressions and rarefaction, and they are talking about low pressure. So what are they called? Rarefactions. Yes, so it will be first. The fluid in the inner ear is present in a structure called the cochlea. So this will be second one. We will understand the human ear. The shrillness of sound depends on frequency. This is third. So keep marking in your book. Then wavelength is measured in meter. This is in meter. Shrillness of sound depends on frequency. The fluid in the inner ear is cochlea. And the unpleasant sound is called the noise, which no one likes. So the sound is of different types, so we will study that later on. Now, question number 1, what is sound and how is it produced? So what is sound and how is it produced? This is given on the first, yes, page number. Yes, sound is a form of energy. And how is it produced? So this is given on, it is some of the answers you will see they are given in between, but most of the topics have the answer here. So this is given on page number 193, and you have to write how is sound produced. So I am reading the question from the book. How is sound produced? This is question number 1. So here you have to write, sound is produced by all vibrating bodies, and sound is a form of energy that is produced by vibrating. This is question number 1. Okay, this is given on this page. Then next one is question number 2. How does the ear receive sound? How does the ear receive sound? So ear receives the sound from, yes, so here it is. The part of the ear outside the head is called the pinna. Pinna collects the sound waves from the air and sends it toward this. Question number 2. So this question answers I am explaining, and you can see it later on, and then you can mark. So just pay attention to this so that you know that the question says how does the sound of the how does the ear receive sound? So the part of the ear outside the head is called pinna. It collects the sound waves from the air and sends it to the inner ear. So that is the answer. You can write it in your own words also. Then question 3, define compression and rarefaction. Define compression and rarefaction. This is the compression and rarefaction. This is given on page 195. Compression and rarefaction. You have to describe. So you can write, it is written disturbance in the surrounding air molecules. So you can write when sound is produced, it causes, and then continue. Here. So answer will be when sound is produced, it causes, and then continue the answer. When sound is produced, it causes alternate regions of high pressure called compression and low pressure called rarefaction. Compressions are caused when the outer surface of the bell, or you can say sound, pushes against. Rarefactions are formed, and then this is the answer. You can write even till here also. You can write till here also. Okay, so this will be your answer. When sound is produced, it causes, and then continue the answer. So if you are missing out anything, you have recording with you. You can mark the answers. Now you will say that this is the best answer. You don't have to ask anything. You can watch later on. Then how does pitch depend on? Now the next part is how does pitch depend on the sound? Here This was the part which we have to see. The question is for what? How does pitch depend on the frequency of a vibrating body? Yes, so here it is given. The shrillness of sound produced by vibration is called pitch. This is on page 199. The shrillness of sound produced by vibration is called pitch. Pitch is high for vibrations having higher frequency. Okay, this will be question number 4. Question number 4. This is on page 199. Then from this, what is the frequency or range of, so that is asked, explained in here. Next page. Question number 5. What is the frequency of ultrasonic sound? This is given here. Ultrasonic sound. So this is important. The sound waves which have frequency greater than 20,000 Hz are called ultrasonic, and these are the animals. You should know this. Okay, so short answer is this much. Now question number long answer. Now, how is sound produced in humans? How is sound produced in humans? It is written, how is sound produced in humans? It is wrong. The question should be, how is sound perceived by humans? Okay, humans do not produce sound. So in fact, the question is describing how does the human ear work. So the question number 1, long answer, how is sound produced in humans, is to be changed. So you will write, how do humans hear the sound? So question number 1, see, the question which is given here, how is sound produced in humans? This you have to change. It is not produced. You should write it, how is sound perceived by humans? You can write, how do humans hear? And or it may be asked, explain the human ear. This is the question. It is not how is sound produced in humans. It will be, how do the humans hear the sound? So how is sound produced in humans will be changed as, how do humans hear the sound? It can be asked, explain the human ear working. Okay, then this question and this question are same. See, describe the structure of human ear. Describe the structure of human ear. So this question, okay now. Yes. So now from here what you will write? Yes, so you will start the answer from here. First you have to draw a very important diagram you have to make, and you will start, the human ear is divided into 3 parts, the outer, middle and inner ear. Okay, the human ear is divided into 3 parts, outer ear, middle ear and inner ear, and then you will describe one by one. Okay, after that, same way, then you underline, sound waves created in the environment reach our outer ear. The outer part of the ear is a fleshy organ called the pinna. Don't write the whole thing, you just write, sound waves created by vibrations in the environment reach our outer ear. The outer part of the ear is a fleshy organ called the pinna. And then The pinna collects the sound waves from the air and sends it inward to the ear canal. Okay, you have to just describe what the diagram which you are seeing. So sound waves which are coming from the air, they enter the ear through this area. Then they enter inside, which is mentioned here, ear canal. This is the canal, outer ear. Then after that, continue. The eardrum. Then you will write. Here it is written eardrum. So the eardrum separates the outer ear from the middle ear, and then write eardrum sends the vibration. So you will write the eardrum separates the outer ear from the middle ear. Eardrum sends the vibrations to the middle ear, which has bones called the incus, malleus and stapes joined end to end. Got it? So the first line, see in your book and mark. The eardrum separates the outer ear from the middle ear. You can hear it also, and then write. Then the eardrum sends the vibrations to the middle ear, which has three bones called the malleus, incus and stapes. Check the spelling. These bones connect the eardrum to the oval window, and sound waves strike the eardrum, passes the vibrations to the oval window. Inner ear has a fluid in the spiral structure called the cochlea, which picks up the vibrations and converts them into signals. I will read, you can listen and write the answer. These signals are sent to the brain via the auditory nerve. So now the answer will be, the eardrum separates the outer ear from the middle ear. The eardrum sends the vibrations to the middle ear, which has three bones called the malleus, incus and stapes joined end to end. These bones connect the eardrum to the oval window. The sound waves strike the inner drum, which passes the vibration to the oval window. The inner ear has a fluid in a spiral structure called cochlea, which picks up the vibrations and converts them into signals. These signals are sent to the brain through the auditory nerve. So this is important. You can listen to the answer and make a note of this. This is the describing the function of the human ear. Okay, so this is structure of the ear. Discuss the characteristic of sound. Now, characteristic of sound. Yes, this is given on page 198. Explain the characteristic of sound. So, what are the characteristics of sound? Yes. So first you will write sound is an energy that travels in the form of waves. Sound waves are called mechanical waves. They are also called longitudinal waves. Now it is written here, diagram is also given and explanation is there. Why are sound waves called mechanical waves? Because they need a medium. Because they need a medium to travel. And why are they called longitudinal waves? Because the direction in which sound energy travels is parallel. So two reasons why is sound called mechanical. So just remember one word, why is sound called mechanical and why is sound called longitudinal. So see, sound is called mechanical because they need medium. Remember, mechanical M, medium. So sound is called mechanical because it needs M, medium. And why is sound called longitudinal? Because it has its direction is parallel. The sound is called longitudinal wave because its direction is parallel to the direction in which the disturbance takes place. It is parallel to the direction in which the disturbance takes place. So sound is called mechanical wave because it needs medium to travel, and sound is called longitudinal wave because it needs a direction to, its direction is parallel to the direction. Where the sound is moving, its vibration is parallel. Now we have to tell what are the characteristics of sound. So these properties are, first two properties are there, then amplitude and loudness. Okay, so now these are the characteristics of sound. What is frequency? What is amplitude? So you will have to write the definition of amplitude. Amplitude. Here it is given. The distance moved by the particles, you can write it distance moved by vibrating particles. When the particles are vibrating, then the sound is produced. So what we are doing here, what is amplitude? When any particle vibrates, like if there is a particle here, it goes here and then comes here and then again comes here. So it vibrates like this. So when it is vibrating, the distance moved from their rest is the amplitude of the sound wave. So in the characteristic of sound, you will write the characteristic of sound. First is amplitude. First write amplitude, and then you can write loudness. Small amplitude produces soft sound and large amplitude produces loud sound. The first characteristic is amplitude. Amplitude is of two types, soft and loud. So when do you hear soft sound and when do you hear loud sound? That is mentioned here. So this is the first characteristic of sound which you have to remember. Then the next characteristic of sound is the frequency. So this write as it is. The number of times the particles oscillate is written, you can write vibrate. About their mean position is called frequency. So the second characteristic of sound is frequency. Okay, so particles which are vibrating, they will vibrate. Suppose if you take a thread, hang a stone here, and I take this thread and take the thread here. Now the thread is here and then I leave. What will happen? This will go and then it will come here. After that it will again go and then it will go and come back, go and come back. You have seen this pendulum. So this part where the pendulum is resting is called the mean position. And the far away you will take, like if this is mean position at rest, if I take the pendulum more here, more on this side, it will go more on this side. If I take the pendulum less, if I take the pendulum only up till here, it will go till here only. You know that. If you make the pendulum go more, it will go more here. If you take it less, it will go less here. That is the amplitude. So what is frequency? The number of times the particle vibrates. So if this pendulum has moved 20 times, 20 is the frequency. And the number of sets of compression and rarefactions is the frequency. It is measured in hertz. SI unit you should know. And the shrillness of sound produced by vibration is called pitch. How shrill is the sound? It is given example of a mosquito. The mosquito produces a sound, and it produces a sound with high frequency, and that is shrillness of sound. So pitch is higher for vibrations having higher frequency. When the sound is higher frequency, then it is more shrill. When the sound is having low frequency, it will be less shrill. So in short, when the frequency is high, then it is shrill. When the frequency is low, then it is less shrill. Okay? When the frequency is high, sound is said to be more shrill. When the frequency is low, it is said to be less shrill. Then the third characteristic, second characteristic of the sound is frequency. Third characteristic is the time period. So this you have to write. The time taken by a sound wave to complete one compression is its time period. It is measured in seconds. And this is important. The distance between two compression or rarefactions, like this one. The sound is moving. It makes the air particles vibrate. Now this particle vibrates. They give the vibration to second, to third, fourth, and they do not go from here to here. The particles only vibrate. They give the vibration to next one vibrates, give to second vibrates, give to third, and therefore what happens, the molecules come far away and then come back. So when they push back, here the molecules come closer, and this vibration pushes them, then they give the vibration and then they come closer. They give vibration and then they come. So this part is called rarefaction. Yes. And this is called compression. Compression and rarefaction. Okay. So the time period and wavelength are the third characteristic of sound. So what are the characteristics of the sound? So we read, the first one is amplitude, second is frequency. So you have to write amplitude, frequency, and time period. These are the three. So you can see again and understand that there are three characteristics which are described in your book. Then state three ways in which noise is harmful. This is the last part of this. Yes, this is the effect. So when you are always in noise, this is given. So here you can just write, loud noise affects the concentration. Loud noise causes headache. Loud noise causes hypertension. Yes. These are the four things. What are the effects of noise? So loud noise affects the concentration. Loud noise causes headache. Loud noise causes hypertension or headache or high blood pressure. Hypertension means you can write high blood pressure, high BP. And constant exposure, loud noise can cause behavior problem. What can we do to reduce pollution, noise pollution? So it is written, these are things. Avoid listening to loud music. Wherever there is noise, reduce it. Machines, when they produce sound, then yes, sound cancelling earphones, they are used basically by people who are near the airport or who are flying fighter aircraft. And fireworks should be controlled and loudspeakers should not be used at high levels. And this is the last part. Now there is a thing given here. We will do one thing. Now we will have another class. I will explain this topic again in the evening, then you can join. I will explain this topic. Okay. So answers we have marked, but there are some other topics like this part is not given in the question. So what are the different types of musical? This is important. This is not given in the question, so you have to write what are the different types of musical instruments. So musical instruments are of 3 types. So what are they? They are given here. The first type of musical instruments are wind instruments, string instruments, percussion instrument. Wind instrument means the instruments which work with wind. When you blow air into the flute, it works. Second one is string. String means they have a wire. So all of you know guitar has a wire. And third is the percussion instrument. They have got a surface, and when you hit them, they vibrate and produce sound. So wind has got wind in it, string has got thread in it, and percussion has got a layer or a flat surface. They produce sound. There are 3 types of instrument. Now you can write down and find more names of the instrument. The next part is important, which is noise. What is noise? Like when you are listening to a music, when will you say that the music has become noise? The sound which is irritating and hurtful to the ear is called noise. So when you are singing and the sound is pleasant to the ear, then it will be called music. But when the music becomes irritating and hurtful, then it is called noise. So some examples are given. Apart from them, there are other things also mentioned here. Harmful effects of noise pollution. But one thing is not mentioned here. How will you reduce noise on the road? How will you reduce noise on the road? We will reduce noise on the road only by planting trees. This is not mentioned here. If there are more trees near your house, then the noise on the road will not reach your house. So if there is a place where there are no trees, all the noise vibrations will be taken and they will affect our health. Okay, so you have marked the answers. Now I'll explain that topic in the evening, then you can join. Now join your next class, and for any doubt, let me know in the group if you have any questions. See you.